Feel like we've just done a podcast before the podcast.
I know, right?
We've literally spoke, for anyone listening to this, we've literally just spoke for about half an hour on all things business and stuff. But thank you so much for coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
Appreciate your time. We've known each other sort of vaguely for a while, but I feel like I know you better now.
Thanks.
A little bit, just off chatting. But for anyone in my audience who might not be aware of who you are and what you do, who are you and what do you do?
So my name is Kerri McKenna and I'm the founder of Bold B2B. What do? I do a few things. I've got Bold, which is a networking group. I've got a consultation in property and construction, and we've just announced our big awards for May.
I love it. I love it.
Exciting.
Tell me a little bit about the awards.
So I have had Bold, I think it's coming up to 4 years this year, and anyone that knows me will tell you that my dream is to hold a award ceremony. I've always wanted to do it, and the reason why is because I work all over the Northwest and I'm just coming across amazing businesses all the time, and a lot go unnoticed, a lot are like under the radar, and I think the other award ceremonies out there, which are amazing, they're really good, but they're either members or, you know, there's a short list, where I'm more open to everyone. So, yeah.
So we're going to dive into this.
Okay.
We're going to dive into this in depth because I'm really interested in this. We'll take me back to the start. Bold B2B.
Yes.
I think I've been to two now. I think I went to one ages ago, and then I went to one last week where we got speaking. Talk to me a bit about how that became a reality from what you were doing previously.
So I've always had a 9 to 5. Bold B2B, I kind of brought out from, I just wanted footfall, so I worked for commercial property, serviced offices. I used to look after this one that we're in, which is just a blast from the past, for about 15 years ago. And yeah, even...
Small world, eh?
Yeah, right. It was so strange going back to Bromborough, because I'm Crosby, so...
Oh, you live in Crosby, do you?
So I don't really come to the Wirral often, so it's nice to be back. And just basically looking back, even here we were holding networking events, but even before that, I'd say 20 plus years ago, we were holding events, and we'd done a bit with Sefton Council. It was in Bootle, and I'm going to mention Sandra G, because she used to come and she actually encouraged me. If anyone knows her, she was like a legend of networking in like Liverpool and Sefton area. And she said to me once, like, you're really good at this, you know, you get a good crowd. And I never really thought of it as a career. And even when I started Bold, it was never a career move. It was literally to get footfall. And then it started to be like, oh, actually, I can connect this person with this person, or this person needs help with this. And you can recommend people who you know are good, because you get to know them, you get to know who else they've worked with, and it just grows and grows. So I think my first event with Bold, I had 7 people.
Really?
Yeah, which it was just coming out of lockdown. Not a lot of people were there. And I think it was like Michael Wolff attended, Jane Gherkin. There was a few people there, and they still come, you know, still stay in touch with them all. But yeah, I think the largest event I had was where I met you for the first time. We'd done a Greenmount Sports lunch in Wigan, and I think it was just over 250 people.
Just for context, for anyone who doesn't know, that day was absolutely unreal.
Oh, thank you.
I was actually filming that day for Man Roberts,
Yes.
who's like a mutual friend of ours. And I rocked up there, and I didn't expect this hot thing, but when I walked in, it was like, wow, this is unreal.
Yeah, it's the biggest thing I've ever done.
Yeah. That whole day, I mean, it was loads of businesses from everywhere. There was celebrities there, there was ex-sports people there. What was that like in just terms of like creating that whole sort of thing?
Oh, I think because I do everything on my own. It just starts with an idea, and then it starts with a conversation, and then it's, you know, I think I put it on Eventbrite, and I think we sold something like 50 tickets in an hour of it being up without promoting it. And then the connection, because Greenmount is such a great company in terms of like they support Wigan Warriors, they're the sponsors for the rugby team, the football team. They're so involved in the Wigan community. I think we got 5 sponsors like straight off the bat, and because we were giving all the profits to charity, we didn't keep a penny. It was to promote them, and it's a hard slog behind the scenes. I'm not
Yeah.
going to say it's easy. It's not.
Yeah,
I
but
had a marketing girl helping me, Becky, who works with Greenmount. She was fabulous. But yeah, it's not easy, but it's so worth it.
that's amazing. That's amazing. Well, that whole thing was amazing. So congratulations on
Thank
that.
you.
So moving on from that,
Yes.
you got Bold B2B.
Yes.
How have you seen that evolve over the last few years? Because I think networking generally, I mean, when you're in like a constrained community, let's say, of like say a city or a borough or like the Wirral where we are now, you do tend to see like a lot of the same faces
Yeah.
at different networks. How have you kind of like looked at differentiating that? Because when I came to Bold, it was so refreshing to just see fresh faces.
Oh, it's the best, isn't it?
Yeah.
I love it. I'm not going to say there's any formula. I don't know how I've done it. I think I've always kept it open for everyone. I think I involved myself in a lot of other networking groups. Like, I'm a big supporter of Bitter. So I was on the board with them for a bit. Sarah McCartney, ever needs help, I'm there. She looks after all the Bit and North stuff. I'm part of the SCI board, which is Safe Construction Initiative, so we hold events there. I like to attend downtown for free, sorry Frank. And I just do a lot with everyone. I do loads of stuff in Manchester. So I'm constantly meeting and talking to people, but I think what's nice is a lot of people that turn up, it's word of mouth. And there's no membership. The breakfast one's absolutely free, and it will always be free. I'm never going to have a membership. I've got no interest in kind of trying to sell it. I think it's just a really nice. As long as Ian from Nova Scotia lets me have the venue for free, I'll always put the events on. And then the property and construction events probably do get some of the same faces, but they're from all around the Northwest. We get people from Bury, Manchester, Wigan, Leigh, Bolton. And again, I don't know how I've done that. I think it's just literally knowing people. And because I constantly introduce people and try and help them, and, you know, if I can help someone or see a little gap somewhere.
Yeah,
It's
I
natural.
think that law of reciprocity is not to be underestimated.
Yeah, definitely.
Like, I've noticed, if I'm honest, I've become a little bit more selective about where to go to and a bit more precious about my time.
Yeah, 100%. You've got to be. There's no point wasting your time.
100%. I mean, I remember when we first started out, we would attend the opening of an envelope. Honestly, it was
You've
like
got to find out what's good for you and what works,
100%.
right?
So we were going everywhere and we were all over the place. And I realised, like, with time, it sounds really cliche, but it is the most valuable asset,
Yeah.
even over money. Because what I realised was, what's more valuable? Me sitting on this podcast with you for an hour, finding out more about you and getting to know you more and like seeing how I can help your business and vice versa.
Yeah.
Or travelling an hour to a networking event where it doesn't really suit.
Yeah.
So I'm a bit more, let's say, pernickety about.
No, you've got to be, and I think it's rightly so. I think when you start out, you should go to absolutely everything, and you should see who helps you, who doesn't, what's valuable. Like, I've just rejoined Liverpool Chamber, because I think they've had a bit of a turnover of staff, and I think, I don't know, sorry Liverpool Chamber, but it went a bit dry for a little bit, but I feel like it's getting back up and there's a bit more positivity there.
Yeah.
And it's just trying to always inject something new as a business, because it could just take one person.
We do a lot of work on social media, and I have this conversation all the time with loads of people around, like, sort of the positives and negatives of social media, and like, obviously, you'd be naive to say that there wasn't some negatives around it, but there are positives as well.
Oh, yeah,
and
of
it's like,
course.
well, you know, these kids are getting seen, like, shown bad content and this and stuff. Of course, that's the thing. But how do you
Yeah.
overcome that? So our whole thing is big ideas. So we talk about big ideas all the time.
Oh, I like that.
And Peter, my first business coach, used to say to me, big ideas are huge in your imagination, but small in reality.
Oh, okay, yeah, I like that.
And the penny never really dropped with me when he used to say that to me. And I'd be like, what on earth are you talking about? And I think what he was kind of like getting at was, when you're thinking about something and when it's just an idea in your head and you're thinking, it's like this grand idea. I'm going to change the world. I'm going to work with, I'm going to be a millionaire. And I'm going to change all these clients. But when you actually get it down on paper and it becomes reality, and you actually get to work on it, it becomes like this really condensed thing, and it's really tough to make it into that thing.
Yeah.
And people underestimate it. And then what I got from that was like the best way to overcome bad ideas is better ideas.
Yeah.
Or the best way to overcome bad content is good content.
Yeah, I like that.
It's so people go, well, I'm coming off social media because it's
so
negative.
Dramatic that though, isn't it?
It's negative. I'm like, well, you can do that, and that's totally your prerogative, and you can do that. But surely making it into a better place and contributing to it to make it better is better. For example, if you join a networking group and it's a bit dry, and it's like, you know what, this has got the potential to be really good, rather than go, I'm not going there. Oh, how can I make it better? How can I contribute to it to make it better?
Oh, definitely.
And I'm really sort of like big on like with the business, but the podcast as well. Like, but in the main, we want to do good work with good people.
Yeah.
And over any amount of money, I'm not just going to work with any arsehole.
No,
because
there's so many out there as well.
100%.
So you've got, I think that's the nice thing working for yourself and like doing these events and, being out and about is you can choose who you're spending your time with. And I think as you get a little bit older, you get a lot better at that. I think, when you start out, you're just running around like a headless chicken and
100%.
you're just like, you're learning, aren't you? It's all about learning in your 20s and even like some of your 30s. But yeah.
So a lot of our work was actually in Liverpool. Like, I'd say probably 90% of our work was in Liverpool when we started out. And we were based in the Wirral, which was weird because it was like, why aren't we working in the Wirral? And when we first started doing podcasts with people, we were like, people who used to come on the podcast and say, and not even our podcast, other people's podcast, and go, yeah, there's no jobs on the Wirral, there's no work on the Wirral. And I'd always be like, really?
Gotta be, right?
And I would be thinking, like, what's the actual So I, being the sort of overthinker maybe that I am, I went and done a load of deep research on this, using AI and like old school yellow pages, and I realised on the business park where we are now, there's 152 businesses.
Wow.
That's mad.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Within probably a 10-minute walk of this building.
My first ever job was on here. My first ever job was Magnet Windows.
Oh yeah, Magnet, yeah.
Yeah, I worked there. I was 15.
It's still there now.
Is it? Is the window? Yeah.
I don't think it's called Magnet anymore. I think it's still called something else. But yeah, Magnet, that was there for years. But if you go from the Village Hotel at the top, and HPL Motors, which used to be Volkswagen, all the way down to sort of JD Gym, that's Wirral International Business Park. There are 150 businesses.
Wow.
And I'm looking at it going,
there's definitely jobs here. Yeah.
I mean, if we controlled 10% of that work for us, then we've kind of got a full stack of business on our doorstep. So then you expand that out over the Wirral, and we realised, and I went to the chamber and I done a load of research and stuff, 11,000 businesses on the Wirral alone.
Wow.
Now, a lot of that's like sole traders, startups, people with side hustles and stuff like that.
SMEs, yeah.
But to say that there's no work on the Wirral is like insane.
Yeah, definitely.
11,000 businesses that you can present.
It's a lot of businesses.
It's a lot. So you can control that, right? And you can network, and you can build relationships, and you can do all that stuff. But you seem to work with like clients all over the place. Yeah. So you said you're based in Crosby, but you work with clients in like Wigan and
so Wigan's another one. So Wigan's it's quite a big town. I don't think people realise how big it is.
Is Wigan a town or a city?
Town.
That is mad.
Yeah, it's massive. I think it's made of so many towns because you've got like Wigan, Lee, Atherton. It's massive. That's got 12,000 SMEs in it.
That's mad.
It feels like to me it's untapped because it's got the best businesses and the best businessmen and women there. I absolutely love Wigan. I love Liverpool, obviously, but I do love going over there. So
are you originally from Liverpool?
No, I'm a bit of a weird one, So I'm originally from London.
Okay.
So I was born and bred in London. I used to be a full-on Cockney.
Nice.
And then when I was 10, so my dad's from Peckham and my mum's Toxteth.
Okay.
So yeah, really, really strange mix. And then when I was 10, we moved to the Wirral. I went to Pensby. And then when I was 16, I moved over to Liverpool.
Nice.
Yeah.
Arch rivals, Pensby.
Oh, what school did you go?
I went to South Wirral.
Oh, did you?
Yeah. So I was born in Eastham and then moved to Bromley and then When I moved out to my mum and dad's house, I actually moved to Hoylake and then back to Bromborough, so we still live in Bromborough now, but...
My brother lives in Bromborough.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, that little new build at the end, I might pop in on my way.
Oh, yeah. The one by the Village Hotel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Magazine Road or something. Sorry,
I know
Dan, giving
Magazine
your
Road.
address away.
Well, I used to live just off Magazine Road, on Croft Green.
Oh, it's nice round there, isn't
Yeah,
it?
lovely,
Bromborough is lovely.
Yeah, just off the Croft, yeah. I love it. But it is mad how much untapped potential it is. So
Loads.
when you were like sort of building Bold and like pushing towards awards, and you were coming across these businesses that were kind of unheard of and untapped and loads of potential and doing great work with people, how did that actually like sort of, what did that sort of plant the seed in your mind of like,
I don't think it
I
did.
want to reward these people?
Well, yeah, it did say on a road. I think it all happens so naturally. Like, to me, it's just like joining dots. So, you know, you meet someone, like look at you and how many podcasts you've put out and everything you've done. It's not until you have a conversation with someone, and then I'll probably say to you, oh my God, you need to get, I don't know, like Rennie Preston from Galloway Construction, because she's doing absolutely unbelievable things over in Manchester for like young girls that you probably never come across networking. Or I work for a guy, Carl Hill from Structura, Wigan based, well, Lee based, I can't say Wigan because they're rivals. But again, so good for like social value, massive community in sports. He's a sponsor of Lee Leopards, just doing loads for the community. Again, it's probably just, you just don't come across these people because you're not networking in that area or they're not out. And I think probably only about 5% of businesses actually network. You don't actually get a lot of people out and about. So it's meeting people. And I think I was introduced to Carl from Anne King, who works with Stephen Hunt Associates, who I did meet networking, but through her friends who I met Jane Moore, because I needed help marketing to launch a building back in, I don't know, 2017.
Yeah.
So it's all meeting one person, getting introduced to another to meet someone else.
You know what? It's so funny that, isn't it?
It is, and it's just, I think, but it's talking to them and keeping them relationships. And I think from a very early in my career, I think I've just kept in touch with pretty much most people that I've liked and have come across.
I love it. That's such good food for thought, that. And like when I think about my own networking sort of experience, it's the same thing. It's like when you're in the room with someone, no one's going to come up to you and go, I'll pay you thousands of pounds straight away.
Not in a million years.
No, it doesn't work like that. But down the line somewhere, someone will ring you up or text you or send you a message on LinkedIn or something going, got this guy, I feel like you might have a good connection here.
Yeah, definitely.
Go do something, go and have a chat with him. And then that leads to something, and then that leads to something.
But you know who's great at that? Man Roberts.
Oh, brilliant, yeah.
Like,
well, they messaged me about 2 days before saying, I've got this thing at Wigan Stadium, do you want to come and film it for us? I was like, yeah, okay. So I didn't actually have a seat or anything as such. Or like, I didn't have
Which sorted you on? If you
well, this is the thing, right? So this is the thing, right? So I'm there, I'm like filming everything. And on that day, just through like the law of, I don't know what the law is, like the law of osmosis or the law of reciprocity, whatever you call it. So I'm there and I'm filming, and I get speaking to yourself, I get speaking to Dave, I get speaking to Sophie from Hybrid-Tech, I get speaking, Sophie, if you listen to this, come on the podcast.
Yeah,
I've been asking you for months now. Dave said she will come on, but she's always pinning it down. It's like a hard thing. And I understand she's busy, of course. But just that, like, saying, ability to say yes to doing something, and then that leads to something, and then that leads to something. And months and months down the line, you're on the podcast.
It is, it's crazy. It is, isn't it?
And then, like, if we don't see each other for 2 months after this podcast, there might be something down the line where I go, Kerri, I've got something for you.
And same, absolutely, of course.
But that's the law of reciprocity, right? Like, it doesn't happen immediately, but it happens maybe
I think people forget the most important thing about going to a networking event is the follow-up. If you're not following up, what is the point of going? And even when you hold an event, it's that data, you've got to collect that data, you've got to build your database. I think from doing Bold, there's about 3,500 people on the database. And don't get me wrong, most of them are property and construction, because that's what I actually do. But yeah, follow up, go to the event, make the connections. But yeah, just drop them a LinkedIn, drop them a message, meet them again, have that one-to-one.
What's the cut-off where you can stop saying Happy New Year to people?
Oh, we can't say that anymore.
No.
Like,
We're in like the second week of February now.
yeah, it's long gone.
Well, I would say it's like 10 days.
Oh, yeah, I'd say that's right, yeah.
But we're kind of still at the start of the year, like, ish. We're kind of still in the first 6 weeks.
Yeah.
When you think about Bold, with the networking, with your consultancy, with the awards, what is the ambition for this year?
Well, the awards is the biggest, so it's just going to be, again, it's going to be massive.
So for anyone watching this,
yes,
this will be going out in the next few days, so tell me a little bit about where it is, who it's for, what's going to happen.
So it's exciting. So we're doing it in Box Park. So it's got to be bold, right? That's the name. So the food's got to be bold, the venue's got to be bold, it's got to be bold music. So hopefully it'll be a bit different, but it's not going to eat into your evening. It's like on a Thursday, half free. It's everything I do is quite casual, nothing stuffy, everything's, you know, if you want to dress up to the nines, absolutely do it. You wear that frock, girl. But if you want to come in your trackie, I'm all right with that. Like, it's fine. We're literally, it's about businesses. I'm not going to be, I'll say hi probably. You'll see me on the stage for 2 minutes. We've got John May, the comedian, hosting.
Love it.
We've got a few celebrities, fingers crossed, that you'll see on stage doing the awards. But the sponsors are going to give the awards out. So if you're sponsoring, there's still availability. You get to go on the stage, you'll have your logo, and you'll get to talk about what your business is. So it won't be me saying, right, you're up, next picture. It'll be, this is who I am, this is what I do. And then the winner is, and then they get to say thank you and whatever they want to promote their business or themselves. So it's about the people of the Northwest. You know, it is mainly Liverpool, but there is a few other businesses. We've got Helen Hesketh from Bury, who does great things in her community. She's got a construction company. We've got Carl Hill, who I mentioned. You know, we've got Greenmount there.
Love it.
It's exciting.
So what's the date?
It's the 25th of May.
I love it.
No, it's not. It's the 28th of May.
28th of May.
So yeah, it's going to be
Cut that first
different.
process.
Yeah. So yeah, it's just going to be fun. It's going to be cool. You know, if you want to stay and have a drink, it is.
So, so tell me a little bit about the actual awards. Have you got any funky awards like lined up that you're going to give to people? Is it like best business? Is it best dressed? Is it?
So no, it's more because I'm in property and construction. It's more aimed at that. But there's so many good businesses, especially for like the Bold Breakfast. We want to involve, you know, as many people as we can. But we also know we don't want to keep you there for 4 or 5 hours, unless you want to stay, of course. So, you know.
Yeah, wild horses can normally do.
So it's more about that. So we do have like Rising Star, you know, Tech and Innovation Awards, stuff like that. But yeah, it's mostly.
Do you know what? I've got so much respect for that, because everything you've said, and this is how we like to frame our business as well, you've not said anything really that's bigged yourself up in that.
Well, it's not about
me.
It's
all about the other people.
Yeah.
But I love that. Like,
so it should be, right?
100%. And like, the more you do that, the more you can give it. I mean, Meg Francis talk about this all the time. Like, give.
Yeah.
And it's important to get something back. You know, you need to obviously look after yourself and that, but I find, as a general 80-20 rule, if you can give 80% and take 20, that's good.
Yeah.
Because let's say you work with 3 clients and you're just taking, like 80%, and giving 20%.
Wouldn't last.
In theory, you're getting 80% of these clients, but that's quickly going to, you know, the goodwill, and that's quickly going to run out because you just take.
Definitely.
Whereas if you work with 10 clients and take 20% from each and give 80%, they're going to be made up with you, because you're giving them like majority of everything. You're giving them effort, you're giving them care, you're giving them time, you're giving them going the extra mile for them. You've got meaningful relationships with them. It works better, and then you get a load more back because of that whole thing. And when we started out our business, we like really sat down and really thrashed out a bit of a mission statement and business plan and everything. And I mean, we like started with like one of our core values, and one of them was meaningful relationships. And what that means to us is we do all our numbers. We run like a proper business. But it's more like you're more than a number on a spreadsheet.
Yeah.
You know, you're not just a profit and loss thing. Like, anyone who works with us has a meaningful relationship with us.
Yeah.
And if not, that's fine. Like,
Yeah,
we'll
of
point you in the right
course.
direction to someone who's probably a bit more suited to, with
Yeah.
no animosity or anything. It's, we just want to work with good people doing great work. That's it.
It's that simple, isn't it? I'm the same. I think I come across Zoe Brooks from Ezra. She's one of my clients, but she was a director of a big construction company, and she come away and she's just like, she gives so much more. So she does the SCI, she's got the Muddy Boots charity, and then with a company, she's like the easiest client in the world because she just gets it. She knows that, you've got to build them relationships and you've got to put the work in. But she does everything for them, from like bid writing to marketing to, brochures and things. And then she needs help with BD and training and stuff. But she kind of was a bit of a mentor to me, where you have to look back and, if you're not giving that 80%, nothing's going to work. You're not going to last. You're not going to, even as a company, in her experience, she was like, there's so much more out there. And she was like, and if you do it like this, and he's been helping me a lot. And oh my God, it works.
I mean, the amount of opportunity, I've been working with Man Roberts for about a year now, and the amount of opportunities that have come from us just constantly giving, and giving and giving and giving, going the extra mile for each other, and having each other's back, and like sticking at it when business is tough. And I know when, Meg's had a tough week, or Dave's had a tough week, and they know when I've had a tough week, and, sending voice notes to each other and this and that, like, it pays off.
Yeah, and they're real though as well, aren't they? They're not 100%. There's nothing fake about them.
No, the fact that you can the fact that I could voice note them now and ask them for a favour, or they can do that to me.
Or sometimes they can be like, Meg, I've had a shit day. Come on. And she will, she's just there to cheer you
sometimes
up.
it's like a case of almost, I don't know if you feel this, but definitely for us, it's like sometimes you push and push and push, and you're pushing yourself so hard to become a real sort of ambassador to your business, and pushing to your next goals and stuff like that, that sometimes it's hard to give yourself a pat on the back. It's tough to do that.
I don't think I've ever done that.
But actually, when you zoom out, and it's very hard when you're in your own bubble. It's very hard.
And there's no one to bounce off, and
it's very hard when you're in your own bubble to look at your bubble.
Yeah.
When you're inside the bubble
of
your business and that, it's very hard to look outside the business and have an overview and go, do you know what? Fucking fair play to me. And it's like, have you ever seen that Snoop Dogg clip where he's like, I want to thank me.
Yeah.
Most of all, I want to thank me.
Yeah.
It's that
I'd love to get there. I just feel like there's so much more to do.
Yeah, and there always will be.
And I'm only 7 months in.
But this is a battle that a question I always battle with all the time. It's like, what is that point where you go, I'm fulfilled with everything, I don't need to push anymore. And I've never got there.
No.
In 20 years, nearly 20 years of doing it now.
No.
I've never actually really got there.
Yeah. And I don't think it's a money thing. I think there's always a new idea.
I think it's a purpose and fulfillment thing. But this is without getting deep, and this is actually a positive thing. It's like what is the point that you get to where you go, right, I've got a great business, I'm making enough money, I'm happy, I've got enough time, my clients are happy. Like, what is that point? And you get to it and you're just like, I'm not there yet.
No.
I'm not there yet.
It's so hard, isn't it?
But along the way, and I've had this conversation with me, and she won't mind me saying this, where we go, do you know what? You're constantly striving for better and higher performance and more and more and more.
Yeah.
And actually, sometimes it's about and she sat in that seat, actually. We were talking about, social media and this and that, how we can get more out of it and this and that. And I say, look at your numbers. Look at the numbers that you're putting out compared to all the other law firms.
Yeah.
And it's unreal, right? And she didn't see it until I literally went, look. And she's like, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes I do need to step back.
And sometimes it takes that other person though to tell you, doesn't it, as well? Because I find David Matthews really good for that. I feel like we bounce off each other. He works for himself, and sometimes we'll just have a little meeting, and you have to go and say, no, you're doing really well, mate. You're okay.
100%. Dave's an interesting one, because he's like, I feel like Dave is like, I didn't really know Dave, and I kind of randomly messaged him on LinkedIn saying, do you want to come on the podcast? And I think he was probably a bit like,
Oh no, we loved it. He 100% would have loved
When he
it.
came on, it was so
Oh,
funny.
he was such a good guest. I'm so boring compared to David. He had some good stories, didn't he?
I don't feel like you're boring. I mean, I think seeing someone who is going after what he wants, helping tons of people,
Hopefully.
whether it's networking, whether it's consultancy, whether it's awarding people for their hard work and the effort that they're putting into their own stuff, how can that not be inspiring, right?
I mean, I'd like to inspire people. I'd like to say you can do it. You deserve an award.
I think it's one of the moments, and this isn't me blowing smoke up your ass, where you can just give yourself a pat on the back, because when you look at, I always look at it and go, I've always toyed with the idea of like starting a networking group. Toyed with it.
You absolutely should.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe will at some point. I don't know where I've got the mental capacity and the physical capacity to actually do it.
Do you know what? I think when you start, you're worried, like, will people show up? Is it going to be okay? Is it worth it? But I think it naturally develops. I think just being consistent, like you have your podcast, if you're not consistent, people drop off, right? So if anyone is thinking about starting a networking group, 100% do it. I'll always support anyone doing it. Like, I support all the other networking. Like, the dinner club's a great one. I don't know if you've been... There's so many great ones out there, but you've got to be consistent.
Yeah. I mean, give yourself a pat on the back. I mean, like, there's not many people that actually get there. Like, and I've had this with the podcast as well. It's like, did you know that if you do 21 podcasts, that you've been the top 1% of podcasters in the world?
Wow, that's
a crazy
not
stat.
a lot, is
Well,
it?
I always think that, like, I mean, 21 podcasts seems like such a menial amount of work.
Did I tell you I tried to start a podcast?
Did you?
Yeah, so I tried to start a podcast, and Emma Lavery, who used to help me with Bold, lovely girl, she works for Kroll, we actually interviewed Darren Gilligan and Dave Verberg, and they were good interviews, but it was too hard to edit and put out and too much time, so we never got it out.
This is why people drop off. So podcasts, I always think are very economical in terms of time and effort.
All right.
So if you, like, we're doing this podcast, we'll probably talk for a good hour. And of that hour, we might get 30 clips out of it, let's say. So in theory, you've got an hour-long podcast, which is super valuable to people because it's informing people about what you do. We've also got social media and LinkedIn clips for 30 days.
Oh, yeah,
let's
I
say.
suppose. That's good.
So that's a month worth of content.
Yeah.
So in that sense, you've put an hour's worth of effort in and got a month of content out of it.
That's true, yeah, that's a really good point.
That's a good way of doing it. So if you put a long form video out on YouTube, then you might clip that up into maybe 3 10-minute bits of like valuable clips, and then you might get 10 short form clips out of that. So it's a good way of doing it.
But that's where all the work is, isn't it?
This is it, right? So 21 podcasts seems like such a small amount of work to me to do, because I love doing it. And we've hit that 21 podcast now, so technically we're in the top 1% of podcasts in the world.
Pat on the back.
Which is a strange thing, because I don't feel like I'm in the top 1% of podcasters at the moment, but we want to be.
Yeah.
We want to get to, we want to start ranking and monetizing and all that. But when we've done the research on it, a lot of the people that start podcasts, like you say, it takes too long to edit.
Yeah.
A guest didn't turn up one day, and that we had to just pie that day off, and then we missed one, and then that kind of led to another one getting missed, and just went a bit. We lost our way with it, and they realise it's not that easy to do.
No, it's definitely not.
Especially when you're trying to line up guests like weeks in advance and lining people's diaries.
Networking's easier. Holding a networking group is much easier.
So you look at it and go, well, actually, it's probably right. It's probably about right that 21 podcasts you would be in the top 1% when you pull all the things together. But I find the podcast really amazing for just building connection with people.
Yeah,
like, really amazing. Like, we've done this podcast now. I'm not going to sell you anything at the end of it. And I always say, I said to you before we came on, I'm not trying to catch you out, I'm not trying to clickbait you or anything like that. I'm not trying to, put pressure on you to speak about stuff you don't want to talk about. It's literally just a conversation. And if that leads to something great, then, and if it doesn't, great. Like, we've had a great conversation. But that hour that you spent in the seat now has been so valuable to me. and hopefully valuable to you.
Definitely valuable to me, yeah.
Exactly. So you go, actually, we both walked away with a valuable hour. We're going to get some content out of it at the very least, and some business connections out of it the best.
Definitely.
So it's a win-win. And I find that with like the better networking groups, actually.
Oh, yeah,
you walk away from,
100%.
like when I came to Bold the other day, and again, not blowing smoke up your arse, I came away thinking, I've got some valuable connection there.
That's good.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what it's about.
So Greg Foreman, for example.
I love Greg, yeah.
Yeah. Like,
Really good guy.
I'm going to meet up with him soon.
Yeah, and he comes to every month, he's always there, like he's consistent going, and you know, and you get people saying, oh, I met such and such, or I'm working with that, and you know, there's big company names in there as well. I won't name drop too much because I know I've done it a lot, but yeah, there's so many that do well just from attending.
So what we do with some of our clients is we do like a dream 10 or a dream 20.
Okay.
So it's like, who's like top 10 dream clients to work with? Have you got any like big people you want to work with?
Do you know what? This is going to sound really like, I hope it doesn't come across arrogant, but no, because I like working with like small to medium companies.
Amazing.
And I think I've pretty much got my dream clients. So I've mentioned Zoe and Carl, and I think I like them because they just get it. They know, they don't micromanage. They know that business is coming through me. They know they're going to make connections. But I've just started working with a company called Manning Elliott Partnership, who are architects. And we held a event in Lee, and we got all the properties that are going on auction through the council, and we got the council there, we got the MP involved. And just on the back of that and them connections, he's like, oh, it's worth it. And yeah, so like they're my kind of like architects, like Carl from Structura, Zoe, they are my ideal clients. Like they would have been my dream clients last year, and I've just been really bloody lucky to land them.
You put it out to the universe to like be like, I want
manifest, yeah, you've got it. I mean, I believe that you've got to do actions with the manifesting.
I don't believe in like.
I'm not going to sit at home and just wish.
So I agree. I'm glad you said that because I'm glad you said that. I'm like really glad you said that. So you look at it and go, okay, I want to work with this person. If I just sit and manifest that at home, nothing's going to happen.
Yeah.
But if you get out there and actually figure out a way of making it happen,
Yeah.
I could talk to you about Andy Burnham.
Yes, I love
Before the
Andy
podcast.
Burnham.
I really want to talk to Andy Burnham.
Bacon PM.
Yeah, definitely. I really want to speak to him. I love the work he's doing. He's an Everton fan. Like, got a lot of time for him.
He nearly attended my event last week.
Exactly.
Gutted.
So just having that conversation and figuring out a way to get closer, it's kind of opened up an opportunity maybe.
Yeah, definitely.
And that, to me, is the form of manifestation.
Yeah, and get Steve on as well.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'd love to get them together.
Oh,
Isn't
yeah.
that thing, it's like the birds and the bees? Is that what it is?
I think so.
It's like the Manchester Bee and the Liver Birds.
Yeah, that's it, the
Like the
birds and the bees.
Manchester Liverpool
They were
connection.
together though, I'm sure I've seen them on the news last night or the night before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
I'm sure there's like an initiative of like the birds and the bees. So the Manchester Bee and the
Yeah,
Liver Birds.
well,
It's like a
makes
Manchester
sense,
Liverpool
yeah.
business connection. And one thing we talked about as well, just is Wirral business. There's this massive thing happening. We talked about Wigan being a thriving town for business, loads of businesses. Birkenhead on the Wirral. I mean, it is literally one of the most. I think it's like in the top 10 deprived places in the country.
But full of businesses.
Loads of businesses, and over the next 5 years, it's going to be even better.
There's a brilliant business in Birkenhead called Dropbox Energy, who are literally changing the world. It's, imagine a big like storage container that you put on a boat. They pack them full of batteries,
Right.
put solar and like over lakes and stuff. They've done it all over the world. And these boxes power towns.
Unreal.
Like, how insane is that? And that's happening in Birkenhead.
No.
Like,
Yeah.
what's that about?
And I live probably 3 miles from Birkenhead, and I didn't know that.
Yeah, like the
Yeah,
They're
but over the
cool.
next 5 years, the whole of the landscape of Woodside and the waterway stuff that's happening and the stuff that the
it
council doing,
needs it, doesn't it?
it's going to be unbelievable.
Yeah, it does
So
need
there's
it.
this thing with the
Birkenhead.
Pyramid Shopping Centre.
Oh,
I
it's
haven't
depressing,
I haven't
isn't
been
it?
there for years, but they bought that for £7 million, and they're trying to sell it for £1 million. So they're taking like a £6 million loss on it. But that whole area is essentially going to get sold because the town centre is going to be new in this Waterways
Yeah.
shopping centre, and that whole area will probably go to property developments.
Yeah.
Probably. So the whole landscape of Birkenhead is going to change over the next few years. It's going to be mental. but the connection between Liverpool and Birkenhead is going to be insane as well. So I suppose the point behind all that is like, there's so much opportunity out there.
So much.
Yeah.
You know, and I think that's why I get so involved in like these development schemes and things going on, because there's so much work for people in them.
Yeah.
And that's what it's about, right?
100%. I love it. So,
Yeah.
if anyone is watching this
Mm-hmm.
and likes the sound of who you are and what you do, and you want to come into contact with you, whether it's Bold, whether it's your consultancy, whether it's whatever it is,
Yeah.
what's the best way for them to do that?
So LinkedIn, I'm big on. I love a bit of LinkedIn. Message me, come to an event. We've got our next property and construction lunch, which is just a dead casual lunch for, we get main contractors, developers, supply chain there. That's at the Bar and Grill on the 25th of February. Or just drop me an email, boldb2b@gmail.com.
Perfect. Well, thanks very much for your time today.
Thank you for having me.
I really genuinely appreciate it. I hope that you got a lot out of that, but mainly I hope the viewers got a lot out of that as well.
So.
Really looking forward to coming to your awards.
Thanks.
I'm really looking forward
Can't
to seeing how you go over the next few months. Really interesting stuff. And yeah, I'll put all the links around this video of how to get in contact with you and stuff.
Perfect.
But yeah, if you are in the sort of like Wirral, Wigan, Liverpool, sort of Lancashire area, be sure to come to Bold.
Yes, come
Because
along.
I went and it was fucking good. So get involved. We are done.
Thank you very much.
No probs.
I know I like that.